Oh, well, look what we have here today. A Phish DVD, and this is June 17th, 2004. One of a small number of shows from 2004 that are memorable and worth looking back on. A couple others being the SPAC shows, of course, one of the nights at Alpine. But this one here and the DVD release, it was nice because video was starting to become a little bit of a thing by 2006, but at a time back when that Las Vegas DVD was the only thing to have, it was just like essential to own that as a Phish fan. And then even this, the IT Festival also was released from 2.0, but there wasn't a whole lot of great 2.0 video footage. Eventually everything started showing up online, livephish.com comes along. And then fast forward to today, we get like a live webcast in 4K of every show. So that is these DVDs might not be such a thing. In fact, Riverport Jen, channel member Riverport Jen, who requested the show, he did not even own the DVD while he liked the show, but in 2024, a somewhat new Phish fan. And no reason to own a DVD at this point, I suppose. Although just for the sound quality alone, the Live Phish app is great, but a lot of 2.0 shows, they don't have the greatest mastering job. This, however, did sound excellent. Slap on a pair of headphones. And then it's hard to talk about anything from '04 without kind of addressing like the situation in '04. And then this was the first show right after the announcement that they were done. Trey was very clear, like, we're done. This is not like the hiatus. Paige even chimed in. It was like, I've already moved on. And it did look a little bit like, so you're kind of, much as more than anything, when you're watching the DVD, you're sort of analyzing that. And it did look like Paige was forcing a smile a time or two. By later in the show, during Okipa, Trey looked like he had a genuine smile. And then most of the jamming kind of had like a little darker edge to it, though, which was not uncommon in 2.0. But it just like nowadays, a lot of, like every now and then, it's cool when it gets hard and dark and heavy. This was like a lot of the show. There wasn't a lot of that joyous kind of celebratory jamming. And at one point in the Susie Greenberg, Paige tried to bring it out. Or maybe that was in 46 Days. Yeah, the 46 Days was getting a little dark and heavy and a little dreary sounding. And Paige was trying to lighten it up a little bit. And the Susie Greenberg was the hit. It did the thing where they like play the song and then there's like a slight hesitation. You think Susie is complete. And then they just drop into like a 97-esque funk jam. Okay, maybe not quite 97-esque, but that was the style. And went on to get very heavy and mean, actually, that Susie Greenberg jam. Probably one of the more dedicated jams ever to a Susie Greenberg. There was also a possum in there. I guess I could take it a free. In the first set, Mike just completely dominating a free. A lot of that 2.0 Mike bass. He just had that booby bass kind of tone a lot of times. He still uses it every now and then now, but not like he did there. So the first set, we had a song I Heard the Ocean Sing was the opener. Couple of references to water and ocean here in the first set. Dinner and a Movie and The Curtain With following that. Dinner and a Movie was a little botchy, and in fact, at one point, they all kind of looked around at each other and smiled, like, maybe this is why we're quitting. We can't even play our own songs. The Curtain With, while I thought the one at Coventry was the only one they played in '04, I was wrong about that. This one sounded really good. In fact, this one was better than the one at Coventry. Everything was better than the one at Coventry, really. And, so then after The Curtain With, Sample in a Jar, the crowd really popping for Sample in a Jar. MoMA Dance really going in. They were really going after it in MoMA Dance. And then the Big Free. That was almost felt like Mike was taking the lead there. Paige kind of eyeballing Mike, or Trey was a lot on the DVD, I noticed. Kind of like, he didn't like Mike taking the lead there. Stealing all of his thunder. And then Nothing, Maze, and Frankenstein. Everything played really well, too, other than a little moment there in a Dinner and a Movie. And then the 46 Days, like I said, opened up the second set. Possum. I don't really need to run through the whole show. That wasn't really the point of this and I live streamed it last night for members only. Riverport Jen, we sat there and just kind of hung out and watched the show. So I feel like I've said all of this again. The 2001, while this was an exceptional show, that one was it was good. Birds of a Feather, Coong. I mentioned I feel like these members are starting to troll me at this point. Every show they request has a Coong in it. And then they ended with the Weekapaug Groove, both the mics and the Weekapaug. Pretty much everything was good. The second half of Divided Sky, I listened to that again this morning. So really, if you haven't heard this show, and you could have ignored everything from '04, and if you're, I don't know, if you don't have it, it's maybe, I don't even know if it's worth getting your hands on a DVD at this point, is it? But maybe for the sound quality alone, it's very nice if you got yourself a nice home system. All right, boom. So I know that wasn't much. I see this again. I just felt like I recapped it already. I spent live streaming for 3 hours last night watching the show. It was kind of a rehearsal to see. Like maybe when they're back on tour, I could like kind of sit there and do like a watch along. A lot of you guys will be watching and listening to the stream. Thought I could do the same, but boy, I don't know. It was tough. Boom, we're out of here. I mean, it wasn't tough, but just to stay live streaming and just, I don't know. It was a little more than I intended. Boom, we're out of here. I think we got December 28th, 1994 coming up. Or was it the 29th? I think it was the 28th. Boom.